What's up, guys and gals? Metadata here. Welcome to my first hacking challenge learning video. I'm going to start with one of the free online sites where you can hack random boxes and stuff that they set up purely for the purposes of learning. But in this particular website, there is a challenge that you actually have to complete in order to even join the site. So this is the hacking before the hacking. And I wanted to first start out by showing you guys what I'm going to be using to doing all the hacking challenges that you will see. I'll be running I am running a Kali Linux virtual machine on my Windows 10 computer. So let me just unlock my screen. And I'll go to their homepage. So Kali Linux is the number one, to my knowledge, the number one penetration testing distribution of Linux. It comes preloaded with Metasploit, which is the framework that hackers use to run everything that they need. So yeah, I pulled a image for VirtualBox onto my computer, and that's what I'm running with the basic image, nothing else installed on it. I haven't even run an update command. So if you want to follow along, you can use Kali Linux, or you can use any Linux distribution, or probably for that matter, any Windows, whatever you want. You should probably be able to follow along regardless, but it'll look most close to mine on Linux. All right, well, let's get right into the challenge. Enough of me just ranting on about that. If you go to the home page, I'll back up one step. You go to the home page here. If you want to join, you click the join button, and you're faced with this text box that wants you to put in an invite code. And if you want to, you can try and guess it. Sometimes the challenges seem really complicated. Who knows? Maybe it's invite. Okay, it's not that. We should probably actually hack our way in, because that's what it tells us to do. Right off the bat, I see some help, and I don't know about you, but I'll take as much help as I can get. So I'm going to start by clicking that. It says you could check the console. I think that's going to be a theme for web-based challenges here. If you're not a web developer or don't have web developer experience, there is a console that is available in any web browser. They all look different depending on the browser you use. I'm running Firefox, and so I hit F12 to open my console, and I'm faced with a lot of weird warnings. But I scroll up here and I see this ASCII art of a skull. Okay, first step at the challenge, keep calm and hack this box. It's not showing it properly. Oh, there we go. That looks good. First step of the challenge. All right, so we see this message at the bottom. This page loads an interesting JavaScript file. See if you can find it. The console has, well, this is the console, but you could say the developer's window, or has a lot of different aspects to it. Inspector, where you can look at the actual HTML elements, console, and other things, but one of them is the network tab, where you can see all files coming across the network. It mentioned that there's a JavaScript file, so I'm going to filter JavaScript. I'm going to refresh the page so I can see, so it can sort of record it, and yes, resend, because I've already typed in that text box. And I see some JavaScript files. Some have min.js, which is minified JavaScript, pretty much to make the file as small as it can. Those are particularly for running the website. But there is one that sticks out, and that is invite API. So I'm going to click on that one, and I want to know the actual JavaScript. Okay. So we see the JavaScript. I accidentally scrolled to the end. We see a comment right here. This JavaScript code looks strange. Is it obfuscated? Obviously, this is not realistic in a real world scenario. No one's going to put that in a comment, but they're just kind of giving you an idea. So I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to copy it. And the world of JavaScript, yes, as the comment alluded to, you can obfuscate it. So the concept in JavaScript called prettifying it, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to just do a Google search, prettify JavaScript. I'm gonna click on the very first one because I'm lazy like that. I'm going to paste. Come on. Did I not copy? I must have not copied. Copy. Paste. Click beautify. And my camera is in the way, so let me show this. There we go. So as you can see here, it defined a function called makeInviteCode, and that function is simply just using the Ajax library to send a post request or an HTTP post request to the URL you see API invite how to generate. So that's just their own API they posted, and so all we need to do is what it seems is to call it, because this URL looks like it's going to tell us how to generate it. So we're going to come back in here, go into the console, and I'm going to, because the JavaScript file is pulled into the network or into this page, I can literally type make invite code and it auto-filled it for me, open close parentheses, the semicolon for cleanliness, and I think I have to scroll to the bottom. Okay, so it sent that request. It returned a JSON object. Going to expand to look at that data. It's just a JavaScript box of data. I'm going to expand the data, and we have this string data. It's a bunch of gobbledygook. Another field encryption type. base64, and then the hint says data is encrypted. We should probably check the encryption type in order to decrypt it. So it's basically telling us, look at this base64 value, and that should give us a hint on how to turn this gobbledygook into something that's meaningful to us. So I'm just going to search base64 and then decrypt, and then I'm just gonna click on the first one. I trust Google, they do their job very well. Then I'm gonna come back here and don't want to miss that letter, that'll mess it up. Okay, I feel like I didn't do that well. There we go. I don't know what copy message is, but I'm gonna try that. See. All right, looks like I got it. I'm gonna keep all the defaults, click decode, and okay, here we go. In order to generate the invite code, make a post request to API invite generate. So I'm going to pretty much, because I'm lazy, I'm going to copy the contents of this function. I don't need to define it. I'm going to copy this, and because this already does a post request, sent it to a URL and everything, and it logs the result, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to use it for myself. I'm going to paste it, and then all I have to do is make a call to API invite generate. So I'm going to come in here, replace the URL with mine. It's actually very similar, just taking out the how to, and I'm going to hit enter. I don't really care about that object. This object I get I see a 200 response, which is for HTTP protocol, that is an OK or a success. I also see the 1 for success. Expand and keep looking. Okay, and I see some more data. So we're not quite there at the end. We're not quite done yet. It looks like we have more encoded data. So I'm going to, right off the bat, I see the equal sign at the end, which tells me that it might be base64. And you can definitely look up base64 encoded information. It doesn't always have, like this one didn't have equals at the end, but sometimes that tells me that that's base64. So I will come in here, I will paste it, and I'm gonna see if this works. All right, awesome. I see a code here. This looks to me like a dead end. I don't see why this wouldn't be the invite code, because it looks like an invite code. Dashes, 5 characters. It looks like something you'd get off like a gift card or something. So I'm going to paste that in here and see what works. All right, we did it. So this is the hack before the hack. You can fill it out, set up a username. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click login, skip it, and not going to show you email password for the sake of privacy, and we'll come back once I hit the console. All right, we have successfully signed in, created our username, signed in, and now we're met with this dashboard. There's so much to take in on this particular site. I think just because there is so much to do, I'm gonna end the video here, but there will be plenty more videos where I start going into these challenges. I'm gonna start with the easiest ones, get a lay of the land of how the format of the challenges work, and then start banging them out, and one by one, and hopefully learning a lot in the process. So definitely let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything I did. If I went too quickly through a concept and you want to clarify or you're confused, I'm happy to help. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and you already know how to support YouTube channels, so do what you feel is right. Have a good one.